All right, hello everyone. This is the first live stream of the entire summer. Oh, there we go. Okay. And um, and I'm doing it at the very end of summer vacation. So that was my decision. But anyways, I'm going to be talking about basically my channel right now. Um, First off, if you notice, there's less videos. I deleted a few. Um, it was just my decision to do that, but hello to whoever's watching right now. Let's see. So I deleted like two live streams. One of them because one of them I thought was too short, and then the other one was just unnecessary for time. I was planning on deleting other live streams, but I decided on not doing that, considering I didn't want to like delete a live stream of regret deleting. Then I also deleted like solo repo and Lethal Company video as well. I did a poll on that. I took down the poll, and then I kind of took down the videos because those were the most voted upon options, and they got the least amount of views. The least voted option actually got the most amount of views, which is really strange because I don't know. I did take down another Lethal Company video, considering it was like a little bit late for the time. Like I showed it was posted at like the wrong time. So yeah. Also, that's about it for deleting videos. But also my live streams. If you notice, my last couple of live streams, like last three, it would have been the last four, but like I said, I deleted one. If you notice, they were at school. You know, it was fun to do that at school, but also in one of the streams, I got pushed for it because someone in the chat, like a few people in the chat, were actually at my school, and one of them went out of their way to push me. So I don't want to get like pushed around anymore while I'm trying to stream at school. So I probably won't be streaming at school again. Probably never, or at least if I'm gonna stream at school, I probably won't stream outside of that specific classroom. And that teacher that let me stream in that classroom, it was basically, he was like, hey, let's get you a bunch of watch hours since I'd appeared on school bulletin. And I was saying, like, I need watch hours to get monetized. So, yeah, that's why I was streaming in there. But also, I also thought it would just be fun to do that. So, I mean, it was a new streaming place for me. Like, I'd never streamed anywhere besides this setup before. And I didn't start streaming. Wow, there's a landscaper outside. Sorry if you hear that. But I didn't start streaming until I got 1,000 subscribers. So, and here we are at 1,100. I'm gonna be honest here. I don't think I'm making it to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Yeah, I mean, it's possible I could still do that, but at the channel growth rate I've had, like the entire summer, it seems unlikely. But also, like there was, I think the longest this entire summer I went without posting was like just under 2 weeks. Also, it is the first day of August for 2025. I have not really done a channel view catch up, mainly because I've taken down a few videos, and if I keep taking down videos, so I won't do what I did last time I started taking down videos, where I took down like hundreds of videos. I think the most amount of videos I've taken down this year, like in total, might be just a little bit over like 10. So it's okay to take down a few videos, but if I do what I did throughout like 2023 and 2024, or like after like beginning of July 2023 through like June, I'm not sure if it was June. It might have been May or June 2024. Then I will lose subscribers. Also, speaking of subscribers, I don't usually talk about Turtle Plays here, but he's getting pretty close to 2,000 subscribers. So if he makes it to 2,000 before his first upload of the entire year, that'd be surprising. Although I do think it's possible because his channel growth has been pretty consistent. I think it's mainly because of his Alphabet War video, but I do think a few other I'm starting to think like last like 2 months. I think another few videos have been getting views as well, so it's not just that one. But I'm wondering if he's going to make a 2K special if he hits 2K after his first video this year. And I'm wondering what his first video of this year is going to even be. So, because I think he's supposed to get September 3rd or 4th, because that was the last time he uploaded of last year, at least. That was the last time he posted last year. And then he hadn't posted since. He had been posting on his community posts, though, so if you check those, then you would have known he didn't abandon the channel. And also, he did, at some point, change the description of his channel to King of Inconsistent Upload Schedule. Or inconsistent, yeah. I think I said that correctly. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Speaking of community posts, I deleted a few, but, community posts or something else. I think I made my first one in 2022 or 2023. So if you're wondering where all the community posts from like 2021 are, I didn't make any then. And 2022 would have been the year I could have made them, but I didn't. I also think I could have made money on my most popular YouTube short, but then again, there's probably a kind of high chance I wouldn't have made money since I wasn't monetized then, and I'm not monetized now. Also, another thing for monetization is like if you swear, you don't like your video gets like demonetized, or not demonetized, but like it just doesn't make money. So I will start like I don't necessarily swear, but when I'm playing with my friends, they sometimes swear. So I'm gonna start if they like once I get monetized, I'll probably start censoring swear words too. Maybe I'll have to look at the terms of service for monetization. I also think I need to sign up for a creator program because, well, if I have all the requirements, I got to sign up for that. And if I don't sign up for that, then I'm not making money on my videos. Well, also, ad placements could be interesting. There are several things that could get me monetized, like sponsorships. Although I don't really know what kind of sponsorship I would take. Like, I'm gonna be honest here, because like, if I did a G Fuel sponsorship, that doesn't make sense because I've never even had G Fuel in my life. So I shouldn't do that. My YouTube Secrets book that I mentioned and proceeded to wipe all history of it off my channel. I think I have like 100 pages left of it. So if I ever want to go back to the book, I can actually go back to it. I do remember it saying that you should take sponsorships that aren't related to your channel. You should take sponsorships that are related to like the content on your channel. Also, hello to whoever's watching. I'm just talking about my channel right now. Oh, okay. Also, I've heard from several different large YouTubers, like not personal contact. Geez, my hair's a little bit wild. Um, Not direct contact, but just from them saying, don't look at the live count of how many people are watching. I personally like doing that. It doesn't really stress me out too much because considering my regular uploads sometimes start like the first hour they're released, they start out with like 0 views, and then they get more views over time. I'm actually noticing that like with my later videos, they're actually getting views sooner. Also, I just missed one checking in the live stream. Also, when you post, not everyone's gonna watch all the way through. So, and I actually look at that through YouTube Studio. I'm very aware that not everyone stays for the entire video. Sometimes people don't even stay for the entire YouTube short that I post, which is all right. It's YouTube Shorts. Usually people are just scrolling. It's like it's hit or miss there. Sometimes if your YouTube Short is interesting enough, then people will probably stay. Stay for the entire time, you can't guarantee, but stay for a little bit is good enough. And sometimes that's enough for larger creators that post AI slop to get monetized. So keep in mind who you're giving attention to when you're scrolling on YouTube Shorts. Like, you could either give like attention to someone mistreating animals on YouTube, which apparently does get monetized. Like, I'm several YouTubers I've watched have talked about those kinds of channels. Apparently, some are on YouTube Kids, which is very interesting. I think I've actually saw a few of those videos when I was younger. I had never commented on them though. I think that was when I was restricted to just YouTube Kids at some point. But don't support those channels. Don't support like obviously AI. Some AI clips. Jeez. Like the Bigfoot vlogs, they can be funny. Sometimes, like sometimes they're a little bit over the top. But sometimes AI can use like there's this I found out about this like literally a day ago. There was apparently an AI video that got like almost 400 million views. And it was an AI video of a pug saving a baby from plane crash. That was about it. So I didn't watch the video. I usually scroll past any AI videos unless it's the Bigfoot vlogs. But even then, it's like if the more we support AI content, the more AI content we're going to see on the platform. I've also seen YouTube's update for like for what they're going to be doing with AI channels and repetition. Now, I try to like if I have a series, then that I'd say it's kind of repetitive, but it's not like the characters in my toy animal series are doing the exact same thing every episode. Because if they did that, then they probably wouldn't be getting views. So, but also, I wouldn't say that's really repetitive. Like, as long as each video, like if they're a similar topic but not the exact same, then I'd say it's fine. But if you have like 20 videos that are the exact same thing or follow the same basis, then maybe it's time to switch up the content. Because apparently YouTube's going to be demonetizing like channels that have way too repetitive content. Wow, I just thought about how past couple of streams have brought up how I would bring back some of my content, but obviously when you delete content, you delete content. So unless it's saved on some other archive, although I think the Wayback Machine does have videos from my channel from April 2024 and onward, so I could just go back just go back to the Wayback Machine for anything from early 2024 and forward in the future. Because I told my mom about it, and she was like, she hadn't even heard of it. So there was no chance of me getting back old videos for the Wayback Machine from like 2023, 2022, or 2021. Um, hmm. I was thinking, what's another thing? Oh yeah, toy animal content. I'm wondering if anyone was wondering if I could, like, if I should change up the content, because I know I uploaded like 4 episodes in a row, like skipped a day, then did an episode, skipped another day, then did another episode. Only 2 more episodes to go for the Royal Pack, and then the next series is season 2 of the War of the Animals, and then I was in the series. If you actually watched it, I would recommend you go watch it. I did actually make a reference to like something I want to do in the future, it's foreshadowing. I was foreshadowing me doing something in the future. But also, I connected the Demons short film I made 4 years ago at this point to a toy animal series. For a while, I was gonna have this as like the very first thing in the timeline, because in 2021, 2022, I was like had a mindset that I was gonna have a timeline, but I don't know. Oh, that's the camera. Okay. I was forgetting how to use this website for a second because I hadn't streamed in like 3 months, basically. No, 2 months. Um, I am closer to the first day of school than I am my last live stream. It's pretty interesting. So, also, I want to make this longer than any of my long form videos. Also, if you notice, like earlier this year, I shortened a bunch of videos. That was very time consuming to do. Like, go back and edit a bunch of live streams and regular YouTube Shorts videos that were reaching close to an hour and shorten them to like 30 minutes or under. Uh, that's going to basically be the medium now. Like any like regular videos that I upload, they're gonna usually be like under 30 minutes. Sometimes under 20 minutes because 20 minutes of oh hi, hello KK Draws. Hello. I just saw that message on the corner of my eye. How are you? I'm just talking about content right now. Let's see. So the toy animal content, obviously, I will continue that, and videos will usually be under 30 minutes. All right, that's good to hear. You're good. All right, that's good to hear. I'm just talking about like the length of future videos and live streams and stuff. And live stream lengths, I'd say they can vary from like as little as like 30 minutes to maybe as most as like the one time I did 3 hours. It was almost 3.5 hours of streaming. Yeah, thank you. Um, let's see. So the toy animal series after the War of the Animals season 2, I'm gonna probably do another series that's like a prequel to like it'll give more insight in like the characters of the Royal Pack, but as well I want to connect it so it has ties to characters from the Journey / War of the Animals series. Because obviously the Journey was first, and then it was the War of the Animals, and then I want to have a third series that I'm debating on whether I should have 2 seasons or 1 season? I feel like 2 seasons would make sense since the previous 2 series before had 2 seasons. Also, do I make it longer than the War of the Animals? Because it was kind of difficult to do the 12 episode basis. Or do I do a shorter basis? Like have its length be between the Journey season, or like season one's like basis for the Journey, because 6 episodes is way too little for me, or it was way too little for the Journey at least. I don't know. I could probably do a series that is 6 episodes, but I don't know how well that would work, because the Royal Pack, I'm not gonna give that a season 2. I'm gonna be honest here. I don't entirely know what I would do for a season 2, because I was thinking I was gonna do the War of the Animals season 2, and then I was gonna have another series talk about the beginnings of like the French Bulldog that briefly appeared in the Journey and the War of the Animals series. Actually, no, not the French short film that I made. Also, all the short films I'd made or 2 of the 3 short films I made were connecting to like characters from the Journey, basically. Also, the reason why I brought back a few characters from like early season 1 of the Journey to like War of the Animals or season 2. The Lion, I realized I created a very bad mistake with the Wolf Brother, because the Lion fell onto the Wolf Brother during that fight, and I was like, if the wolf survived, then the lion should have also survived that fall, because the lion fell on the wolf, and I felt like that would have killed the wolf. And then with Leah, the little French bulldog, I hadn't killed them off. I had them attacked like once, but I didn't really do too much. I didn't properly introduce them into the series. I kind of just had them show up, and I also kind of just had the lion show up. So in this next series after the War of the Animals season 2, I will properly introduce like the lion or like where they came from. This next series after the War of the Animals is going to be like an origin story, basically, for like characters from the Journey, the War of the Animals, and the Royal Pack. Because the Royal Pack, I made reference to 2 packs that we do actually see part of. I want to say this as like a little preview. The Wolf Pack that is mentioned in episode 7 of the Royal Pack is the Wolf Pack we see at the end of season 1 of the War of the Animals. So I will have more characters though for that origin story. It's gonna just be an origin series, like the origin of like several characters. It's not really Inferno. We already saw his origin story in like the end of season 2 of the Journey, so we don't need to go over his origin story. And well, there's no point in really introducing the Tropio Nathis. I don't remember what his name was. I think his name might have been Travis or something. I'll have to look back at the description. Also, I'm doing a better job, at least in my opinion. I think I'm doing a better job at introducing the characters because I'm actually saying their names. Also, one of the lions in Royal Pack, Prawn, I named them after the character from Disney's Dinosaur. So it was the first name that popped up. So I thought I would just say that. Also, Royal Pack. Like I said, 2 more episodes to go. I basically had the characters kind of foreshadow what would happen in the next couple of episodes. Of course, not with the death of Starla. I'm actually really surprised. Like, this shocked me, but I was hanging out with my friends, or I was going home on like Sunday, the 27th, I believe. Um, I looked at my channel. I was like, oh, episode 6 of the Royal Package, like, going kind of viral. And I was confused by that because it was like, yes, it was a new formula. Like, I had a major character die, although they died episode before. So I was expecting the episode before that to like pop off. I was also kind of expecting backstory of Starlet to kind of pop off because that I'm gonna probably have that tie into the Origin series. Also, I'm planning on having the Origin series be like the longest series. Like, it'll have 1 season, but I'm thinking maybe 20 episodes would work. Also, I was planning on having the Royal Pack be like 14 to 20 episodes long. But I think 10 episodes you could fit just enough to where you don't feel like you're missing stuff. Right, my little sister came in saying that her and my mom are gonna go somewhere, so I don't know. So Royal Pack, 10 episodes. War of the Animals. I've been like all summer. I was debating on whether I should make season 2 the same length as season 1 or longer. But I feel like I should have an equal amount of episodes because otherwise it's you know I don't realistically I don't really want to do like 30 episodes for a season 2 of a series that had 12 episodes in the first season. It is that just is ridiculous. I might have to make it a little bit longer, but hopefully not too much longer. Because obviously there are still characters that I have planned to introduce. Also, every character that I have planned for, like the War of the Animals, I do actually have them. Because it's not like with the Royal Pack, I had like no characters. I was gonna do something completely different with the Royal Pack. I was gonna have one of the villains be like the king's brother, and they would ultimately fight. Obviously, I can't do that anymore because I don't have 3 adult snow leopards. Also, Starlow's origin story is kind of the origin story of King Boris, as in he was just waiting for his parents to come back. But also, I'm wondering if I should introduce like the other characters that we see in the Royal Pack. Like, I'm wondering if what the timeline should be for who joined the pack in the Origin series. Like, I'll probably have to focus on that after I finish the Royal Pack series and the War of the Animals. Also, I will start the Origin series probably earlier on in the summer, considering, well, I think I waited a little bit too long to start the Royal Pack series. Like, if I started it like early July, I would have probably been done by now. And I don't know if my episodes would have blown up, but now my most viewed toy animal episode is episode 6 of the Royal Pack. Which is like, it's the first toy animal video I've made that made it to the triple digits. And it stopped gaining traction like a little bit before it got to 500 views, which is pretty crazy because the only videos that had that kind of traction were like some Roblox videos and Minecraft videos. Although I'm not going back to Minecraft content, I'm going to be honest here. Like, I don't even play it often enough off camera for me to consider doing it again. And that first Minecraft video where I was using my laptop to record, I'm not sure if I should count that as Minecraft video because it was mainly just me talking more than the actual Minecraft gameplay. Also, if I were to ever do Minecraft thing, I'd probably do it on my laptop with Java Edition because Bedrock Edition on my phone did not work. Or, well, just wasn't viable. Like the screen recording thing, the X Recorder, that app was good for the beginning, but then it kind of just got outshadowed. I also disabled my alt accounts for Roblox. I actually do still have one. It's the tutorial 248 that I use for one tutorial video. I don't know if I use it for my making neon tutorial. Also, I still have that mole. I was going to do a giveaway with that mole to whoever, like, I was going to collect a bunch of usernames and then do a spin the wheel on, like, a live stream or as a video and stitch that part to be giving it to that person. Like, I was going to actually record the trade because apparently there is a problem with scamming with Roblox, especially with games like Adopt.me. Also, I'll have to look at the comments again for content, but I'm not doing a shower stream before anyone comments on this, because I feel like someone's going to do that eventually. I'm not doing a hot tub stream. Also, I'm sorry, I'm probably not going to do dreads or braids or anything like that, at least not anytime soon. Like, I told this to very few people at my school. I didn't make a specific video about it. I might have briefly mentioned it in my haircut video. Also, at first I thought the haircut was good, but then I looked at it with my hair puffed up. The front part of my hair was here, and this was like, it went up to like here, when it's like all crazy and stuff, which is not very good. So we have to find another place. I probably won't go 13 months without getting a haircut, though, considering that was in June. It's only been 2 months. So I should find another haircut place soon. Also, this summer, I'd say, not for content necessarily, but for me, it's been, I think it was better than last summer. Maybe also probably because of content as well. Also, I feel like I left my house more this summer than I did last summer. Like the first 3 weekends in a row for this summer, I left my house and stuff. And then I saw 2 movies this summer. I saw Jurassic World Rebirth on the 2nd of July. And I actually saw the Superman movie on, I believe it was, let's see. So 2 days ago, 29th, 2nd. I think I saw it on the 22nd, yeah. Because I saw it on a Tuesday. It was the 22nd, yeah. So 20 days apart from each other. And I think the next movie I could potentially see is either The Fantastic Four, maybe with my mom and little sister, or maybe Zootopia 2, because teaser trailer looked really good, and I saw the official trailer. It looked all right. Like, I'm starting to give Disney a second chance. and Hoppers looks interesting. Um, I've also been more into like dinosaur analog horror than I ever was, and I didn't really know about analog horror until around 2 years ago when my friend Kilroy made that analog horror video, which like it was like a dare. Like I dared him to make a YouTube video by like Halloween, and that video is sitting at a little bit over 100 views right now. And Kilroy has 13 subscribers, which has been a bunch, or like that's been the most he's gotten. And we've had a few conversations here and there about more content. There's been like 3 times he's told me about him having ideas, and then there's been times where he's told me that like content creation is not really his thing. It's understandable. Usually, like everyone grows out of content phase sometime in their life, or some people make a video and then they realize this is not their thing, so they go and do other stuff. Completely fine. But if you're gonna do content, can you just do actual content? Don't do AI content. Don't do content where you're harming other people or animals for views. Don't do content where you're stealing other people's content. Like commentary is like there's a difference between doing commentary on a video and straight up stealing the video and just having a face like this while the video is playing. I have to look at the replay of the live stream for that, because for me it just looked like I was zoned out. Like I cannot see. Like I mean I can kind of see over here, but I can't see my face really. So yeah. Also, I did actually have a video where I was reviewing one of Turtle Play's mini movies back when he made those. There were Adopt Me mini movies. It was like, if you knew about Mr. Pancake and people like that who made like Adopt Me mini movies, it was basically that. He made a joke video about like Mr. Pancake in a nutshell. I did look at the comments like a year ago at that, and some people were taking it more seriously than they should. At the time, I personally liked Mr. Pancake, but I knew the video was a joke. So, but no, like other people, I guess, don't know how to take a joke. And then I actually revisited Mr. Pancake's channel after a while. After Turtle Plays had stopped making mini movies, he resorted to brain rot videos, I believe it was, which is ridiculous. Also, Adopt Me content. I haven't really been doing a bunch of Roblox content this summer. I haven't really been playing Adopt Me a bunch. Like, yeah, I played Adopt Me for a little bit this summer. Like, I'm gonna probably make a neon. What is it? Zeopod or a Xenopod? I don't know. The thing, something. One of the pets from the Moon Egg is what I'm going to be doing as my next making neon video. And then I actually bought 4 hammerhead sharks from the summer thing, so I'll be doing a neon hammerhead shark. So it's I traded away a regular shark for something in 2021. My Roblox account is, in 11 days, it is turning 5 years old at this point, which is really crazy to me to think that my Roblox account survived this long. I mean, I got banned once in 2021, but like I said, I made a video about that, and I've talked about it in other videos and stuff. So if you haven't seen the video, I will put a link to it in the description. But if you don't want to watch it, you don't want to watch it. So, brief summary. This person was saying Turtle Plays had to believe in something that he didn't believe. Now, we were younger at the time, and then Turtle Plays told me the context of it. So, if he wants to make a video on it, I'm not going to speak for him. So, or if he even wants to bring that up, because there's a chance he may not even want to talk about that event. And so I was talking to them, and then I got irritated a little, and I called them a fat Karen, and the Turtle Place called them a Karen. And they said we were going to get banned, and then I think I reported them like 5 times, which is a little bit petty on my part. I don't think I actually brought that up in the video I talked about that event. But I don't know. I think I was a little bit petty and a little bit annoying when I was younger. At least on the online space, not IRL. Like, because there was a live stream for a Wings of Fire YouTuber. I believe it was Dwayne the Dragon. Might have been someone else. But I joined their server because I saw it. This was like early 2020, I think, or like late 2020. I was like, please add me, please add me. They said no. And then I started spamming stuff in the chat, like both the game chat and then the live stream chat. This was actually before like I even had any videos from 2021. So the digital footprint is a real thing. So that event and me calling someone a fat Karen on Roblox is definitely on a digital footprint. But other than those 2 events, I didn't really do anything else that would be annoying or petty, at least. Actually, I technically did get scammed on Adopt Me once, but little kids are sometimes little kids fall for something that isn't immediately a scam. I traded 2 ocean eggs for a shrew. Then they wanted the shrew back. I didn't think to ask for the 2 ocean eggs back. But I gave them back the shrew. I don't have the ocean eggs. So I still have ocean eggs, though. So I think I had 12 after they left the game. And now I'm down to 4. Because I gave 2 to Turtle Plays. I traded those 2, so that's 8. And then another 4, I think I either hatched or traded for other stuff. I think there was 1 or 2 trades where I traded the ocean eggs for stuff. But that's that. And that was like the only time. That's why I don't really trade with people, because I don't want to get ripped out of something. And then, well, I did have to trade for pets for several of my more recent neons. Not all of my recent neons, but most of them. But thankfully, I can say, for these next 2 or 3 neons I make, I didn't have to do any trading. Also, I just like my more recent neons, I did actually give shoutouts to people that did trade me with stuff, because I did that because I kept getting trades declined, even though I think at 2 of them I was actually overpaying, and they were being like, you need to add much more than that. I need an official Adopt Me value website, because I could have easily gotten ripped off of something like in one of those trades. I would say this, but the making Neon Dingo thing was really difficult. That was really difficult, because that pet has been out of the game for now like a really long time, but then it was out for a long time. So I had to make some sacrifices with I think Australia, my blue ringed octopus from the Danger Egg or something like that. I didn't have a neon one. Also, I think at some point I gave away my neon otter to my friend Mango Plays, and then they gave it to Turtle Plays after he had gotten hacked, and then it ended back to me. Also, that Phoenix from 2021 that I made a YouTube short on, Turtle Plays owns that now. I gave that to him after he got not banned, hacked. So, hello to whoever's watching. I don't know. 2020, 2021, and 2022 were kind of weird years for me on Roblox. And the Roblox account I currently have is not my first. It is fourth, I think, because I made one in 2017, then got rid of it the day after. I made it was 4 in 2020 before the Zach248 account. So that's 5, and then Zach248 was 6. Then I made ZachYT248 because I got banned. So that's 7. Then there's the 3 alt accounts, so 10, and then Tutorial248, 11 accounts. I've made 11 Roblox accounts. And I remember the usernames to all of them except for the very first one. Also, the reason why I kept making accounts is because after I made the passwords, I kept forgetting the passwords, and I kept getting logged out. Although I got logged out of Zach248, and I somehow got back in. I don't know. I think I typed in a few things. And then the infamous tablet wipe happened. So the night before, I had to do a tablet factory reset because it was like not working properly. My mom and I decided to send an email to Roblox saying, "Hey, I don't remember my password. Could I possibly make a new password for my Roblox account?" And so I made a new password for my Roblox account, and I still have that very password to this day after 4 years. But I've heard like there was a big event where passwords and stuff got revealed, so I don't know if it got revealed there. I don't know if any of my passwords got revealed. So that's through the year. What else? I have made a bunch of videos. If I looked at every single like video that I ever deleted, I think my channel would have over like 400 videos on it if I had every single video I had ever uploaded. Also, there are some videos that I put back up because I have them saved on my laptop, but realistically, I shouldn't have taken them down in the first place. Yeah, it still haunts me. It still haunts me that I deleted a bunch of videos. Some of them did get saved to a cloud, but that was less than 20 videos actually got saved out of the almost 300 I deleted. So, I was actually, like, I had more Roblox games in 2021. Like, I played more games. It's just the Adopt Me ones are, like, the Adopt Me videos are the ones that remain right now. I have a list of Roblox games or games in general I made content on. Also, there are plenty of games I do play that I could make videos on, but I don't because since I did that Phasmophobia video, it got views and then it stopped doing anything or stopped gaining traction. Then I made Lethal Company videos and they got views, so yeah. Then I made repo content and I was like, wow, these videos are going viral. Let me hop on this train. My videos for repo would average like 10 views. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more repo content. Lethal Company, maybe. Because I think I've only deleted like 2 videos because I deleted the happy late 1 year anniversary for Lethal Company only because it was like a week after the 1 year anniversary happened. So it was like there was no point in keeping that video. And then the other one was just a clip from Modded Lethal Company. It was like 19 seconds where one of my friends and I were just doing the California Girls dance with California Girls playing. But I had to remove the audio for copyright, so and I was like, it's an upload as a YouTube short, so I would take it down. But now, to counter that, I just set the videos to private, then save them to my phone, and then upload them as a YouTube short. So that issue has been countered. And the copyright thing, I do have a video that has a copyright claim on it, not a copyright strike, because obviously that gets videos taken down. It is for my Halloween special of 2023, where I am Shadow Wizard Money Gang. And the only way I could actually remove that thing with the copyright claim is if I refute a claim. But I looked at it, I looked further into that, and I was like, I don't really want to go to court over this. Like, it says one of the things is like you can go to court over it, which I'm not going to do because I don't have a personal lawyer or anything. Also, it doesn't like properly show up when when a copyright thing shows up for YouTube Studio. Like, if I had a copyright claim on other videos, it would actually it would show up in automatically, but I actually had to look at the filter, and it was like it doesn't have any effect on the short. And I looked at the sound for the short, and there were other videos that still had their videos up. So maybe either they don't have YouTube Studio, or they didn't have the same problem I did. But it was only the first 14 seconds of the video, because it was like a 40-second video. So I don't know. I'm gonna just let that be because I think it's not too late to deal with it. It's just there's no point in dealing with it almost 2 years after the fact. Also, I should not have deleted any Christmas specials. And I probably shouldn't have even made the videos where it was like all toys / plushies of each month. Because that's not really interesting. I'm going to be honest here. It's just me showing off a bunch of toys. And I think that was me trying to get views at the time. Because beginning of 2022, for whatever reason, was like the most viral year for me. But I really want a long form video to go viral because it's like this could also be out of jealousy. But most of my YouTuber friends, we got Seal the Sea Wing. Most of their videos get a couple hundred, couple thousand views. Turtle Plays, a few videos have gotten a couple thousand views. Now, technically, it did have a video that reached 2,000 views, but it was a Minecraft video, and that is no longer available because I stopped doing that series because it started becoming repetitive. And this is what I was bringing up earlier. I had 5 episodes in a row where it was just the exact same thing because I kept dying. I actually lost the original diamonds I found mining in that cave because I kept dying. And I know if I had keep inventory on for that, people were gonna come at me for that. It was like, oh, why do you play with keep inventory on? Because obviously a lot of people don't like keep inventory on. I'm meh about it. I don't really want to use it too much, but if we're using it, then we're using it. So That's fine. Um, After the actually, let me go back to the toy animal concept. After the Origin series, after the War of the Animals season 2, I'm gonna probably do a, like I said, sequel series to War of the Animals. It'll be like like kind of a trilogy, like with movies, but instead of movies, it's series, and each series gets 2 seasons. But actually, I have a 3 book series. It's the Endling series. I realized the first book is actually the longest. Um, I feel like I should just have the War of the Animals be maybe the longest of the 3 series, and then the Journey would be the shortest of the 3, considering 6 episodes for season 1 and 10 episodes for season 2. Um, I can't really delete the Demon short film now because I kind of just figured out how to make it canon to like, or how it fits into the timeline of everything else. But it's basically like the precursor to like I I don't know how I would describe it as a precursor to anything. So the origin series would be the precursor to like everything. Also, I'm not sure where I how I figured out the idea of the dinosaur stuff because I don't know how because I've never seen a toy animal series that has animals and dinosaurs. And actually, Melissa's sister tried to do a fantasy animal series, but she did 1 episode and then never made an episode for it again. Also, my longest toy animal video, I believe, is 15 minutes. I don't know. I don't know. I want to know your guys' thoughts on the toy animal videos. And I will get back to Roblox stuff too. Also, I feel like this upcoming school year is going to probably be one of my busier years since I'm going into sophomore year, which is a little bit nerve wracking, but you know. So we'll see how making content will be. Also, I feel like I should rotate between Saturdays and Sundays for content. For at least for the War of the Animals season 2, because I think the precursor series I'm gonna have during the summer, and then I'll have. I think that's how I'm gonna do. Like I'll have a series run for like throughout the summer, and then I'll just have like a series, like some series and short films during the school year. But obviously, I'm not gonna make the War of the Animals last like all like the entire school year. I'm gonna probably start it at like probably not early September, like mid, maybe late September, and have it maybe try to drag it out to like February or March. Even though that seems like a weird amount of time. Although I've started the tradition of like, because my first animal series started on February 12th, or no, February 10th. I've had a tradition, so first episode of the War of the, or no, the Journey started February 10th, 2021. Season 2, episode 10, the show's finale is on February 10th, 2024. And then also I had the, obviously I was going to make another series after the Journey, following up on those characters, because I made the Everglades short film, which wasn't very wet. It was, I literally just had the alligator. I did have the eagle too, but the eagle is not an important character and it's probably not going to appear again. And then the pigs, probably not important either. So, the only thing about me using water out there is that bugs will start swarming that area. And when I've been recording the Royal Pack, there's been a bunch of wasps bunch of wasps out there. And yesterday when I went to record, for whatever reason, there were more wasps than usual. Like, usually there's 2 or 3 out on the field, but it could have easily been because I was recording earlier. Also, if you notice, if you listen to the background, there's a bunch of cars going by. My neighborhood, for whatever reason, even though it's a small neighborhood, a small, quiet neighborhood, there's always people flying up and down my street and behind my street. There's like people flying up and down and people yelling out there. Like when I was starting out the Royal Pack series, there was people yelling. And last episode, if you listen close enough, I think at some point you might hear people yelling that are like all the way down that back road. And there's a difference between talking normally when you're outside and yelling your entire conversation so the entire neighborhood can hear you. And they were doing the second option. I had to wait for cars to go by just to record dialogue clips so I didn't hear their yelling. But obviously, like, it's outside, so people are going to be a little bit loud. But they were yelling to the point where I could tell they were not right there. I didn't see anyone walk by that entire time. So out of like 3 or 4 people, I don't like. It was just a little bit of an annoyance, but I don't really care because I'm not trying to record outside right now. I'm recording in my room or live streaming in my room, so I don't have to deal with the yelling. Unless they're on my street, then I do have to deal with the yelling. Because if they're that loud and they're not even on my street, I can't imagine how loud they'll be on my street. Also, I do sometimes get loud when I play Gorilla Tag or with my friends. At least to my mom, I'm loud when I'm on the phone with my friends because usually I'm playing a game. But I used to get kind of loud with Gorilla Tag. But I don't think you would be able to hear me, like, not even 2 houses down from my house on either side. Maybe across the street, but more than that. Like, I wasn't screaming with windows open. I made sure whenever I played, I had my windows closed. Also, reason why I haven't been playing Gorilla Tag is the KID thing. I'm a little bit nervous as to how that might work. And also, I've been kind of feeling like playing on the Quest. It's just I did play Gorilla Tag once this entire summer. And I think I put on the VR headset like 3 times this entire summer. Which is not a lot. So, I don't know, this KID thing, it might limit me from playing Gorilla Tag. Like, I might just play once I turn 16. Because apparently people, like, there's been possibly restrictions for people playing that are under 16, even though there's supposed to be restrictions for people under 13. So, I'm not sure how I'm going to go about that. Maybe I'll do a Gorilla Tag video sometime soon. But this live stream in, like, episodes 9 and 10 of the Royal Pack, and maybe if I get time to do or work on a Neon, I'll do that. Or maybe just 4 Fallen Ashes clips, because I've been on a craze of dinosaur games too. I've checked out Jurassic Blocky, which a lot of people like to argue which game is better. Jurassic Blocky is more of the combat-based of the two, whereas with Fallen Ashes, I'm talking about 2 Roblox dinosaur games, by the way. Fallen Ashes is more of a survival game. Whereas, like I said, there is a sandbox mode for Fallen Ashes, but that's mainly to look at models and stuff. But I always play on survival, and I discovered that on a live stream, and that was also the same day I discovered Ecos Labrea, which I recently found out like a week ago. There was a map update, so I will probably check out that in a video or a live stream. Also, this mic is sometimes a little bit questionable. Also, I don't remember if I actually did content warning on our stream. I feel like I did with my friend Mojo. I think I gifted the game to him, and then we played it. And then I said I would gift Raft to him when I got money, even though there were 3 times where I had an easy opportunity to do that. And instead, I bought Peak. I'm probably not making content on Peak because the continuous trend of me trying to play games. Lethal Company, it was it was the second game on my laptop I made videos on. And it was the only one that stuck. Like, only one that got a bunch of views. And the reason why I don't say Phasmophobia stuck, I mean, it got a bunch of views, that one video alone. It's just that my computer cannot run any of the maps. I cannot play any of the maps anymore. Like, they got too advanced for me. And also, for my first ever live stream for my 1,000 subscriber special, I had a game picked out. It's called The Isle. But I was trying to figure it out up to like a year before, and this anti-cheat thing screwed up everything. I got the anti-cheat, but it says a command line argument is not available with my system, which basically means get a new computer. Or this game does not support old models, is basically what that means. I can still play Legacy edition for the Isle, but I wanted to play Evrima because when I had first gotten this laptop, I could run Evrima. And then they decided to add the anti-cheat and a few other things. Because I got the anti-cheat, so it was like the anti-cheat wasn't the issue anymore. It was actually just the game being too advanced for my system. And I would play Helldivers, but my laptop can barely run that. I actually installed it. I was actually able to open the game, but the audio was delayed, or actually no, the video playing was delayed for the intro of Helldivers. The audio was ahead. I did get a graphics option, but I decided not to tweak the graphics, which is probably the worst mistake I could have done. I also tried to get Battlefront 2, but I couldn't even open Battlefront 2. I made an EA account. I just couldn't open up Battlefront 2. It was literally my system. Marvel Rivals couldn't open that up, so I got it on my Xbox, and I'm glad it's free. Such a shame, though. I would have loved to play Marvel Rivals on my laptop. And then I did actually get Ark Survival Evolved on this laptop, but I already had it on my Xbox. I got it on here mainly because for modding, I think. That's also why I played Minecraft, because on this for Java Edition, because modding. And I grew up watching a bunch of modded clips and videos of modded Minecraft and modded Ark Survival Evolved. So I wanted to mod Ark Survival Evolved in Minecraft. So its regular Ark was kind of laggy because I got Ark Survival of the Fittest, and I had a blanket that said Ark Survival of the Fittest. I have never played Ark Survival of the Fittest. I've only played Ark Survival Evolved and Ark Survival Ascended. And I'm hopefully going to be able to play Ark 2. Not on this laptop, though. On my Xbox Series XS. Because this laptop is, I think, 9 or 10 years old at this point. Let's see. Other content warning, like I said, might have done that. I got this game called Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey. I saw a gameplay of it. I was like, oh, this is probably going to be fun. I only have 30 minutes in it. 30 minutes. I played it. It was interesting. It was a little bit complex, and it was actually a little bit boring to me. So that was really unfortunate. I saw a bunch of gameplay of it. And then I actually got the game, and then I realized it was exactly like that, but I had changed my perspective on it. And I got that game the same day I got Raft, and I got Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia, I have the most amount of hours in, but I cannot run any of the maps besides the default map, I'd say. Also, I can't run Fortnite on this system, so I play on my Nintendo Switch and sometimes Xbox. So, yeah. I think if I ever got Path of Titans, it would probably be the same result as the Isle of Rima. It would be too advanced for this system, which is a little bit sad. I have a game called Kletka. I'm probably not going to play or do that as a content idea. I had a Deep Rock video of me promoting my gunner to like for the first time. I even streamed it, I think, for my friends. But video's no longer available, so yeah. Plus, I have the badge for the promotion. Also, I have a badge for me spending more than an hour on a mission because I was doing a mission by myself with just Bosco. And I completed the mission only for me to get left behind because I was so far underground and I kept getting dragged down. I really don't know how I managed to do that. The toy dinosaur thing, I'll have to explain that. Like, I'll probably explain it through a character's perspective in a toy animal series, like how the dinosaurs are alive. Like, how is Doom there? How's Chomper/Chomp? I realized in episode 1 of The Journey, I called Chomper Chomps or Chomp, and then I changed his name throughout the rest of the series. I was like, I can't do that. I gotta remember the names of the character. So I started putting their names in the description. And so Villain Wolf, Claw, who I'm gonna just say this, he won't really have a purpose for like being a threat after War of the Animals. I mean, at least at the end of the journey, he was kind of a threat because he had that group, and now I'm realizing I can't drag him out like to a third series, so otherwise it's going to become repetitive. Like, oh, what allies is he going to find now? He's going to find like a giant. Is he going to find a herd of elephants and somehow convince them that the characters are evil and he's good? No, probably not. So, War of the Animals will probably be second to last time we see him. Last time we see him is probably the Origin series, where like is the origin of characters. So it's like you're gonna be bound to see the origin of a villain for that. Shadow and Cowan, the Black Fox and Black Jaguar, I don't really know how I would incorporate them into that if I even decide to do that. But obviously that series, I try with every season of the series or in every new series to introduce new characters, sometimes in the beginning, sometimes throughout the entire story. Like, I'm doing that with the Royal Pack. Like, I had introduced, like, last episode, or like episode 8, most recent one, I introduced a character named Butch. Also, these are all named after characters I had for a toy animal line. Like, when I was really young, I used to play with these characters, and I called it Zakai's Adventures, which that is the name that I chose for the YouTube channel, and that is why my YouTube channel is called Zakai's Adventures, because I played an imaginary like toy animal game where I was the main character, and I called it Zakai's Adventures. And I still sometimes visit that every once in a while. And I have characters down in that bin. And some of the lions we saw in the Royal Pack are actually characters from the Zakai's Adventures series that I still do technically have running, but it's not a content thing. It's more of a personal life series. And it's like the only series I do outside of the YouTube space. So that is something I don't think I've ever talked about. Like I did make a video talking about why I changed the name, but that's the full explanation as to why I changed the name, because I based the name off of a imaginary series I started when I was like 6 years old. I think like a little bit before I turned 7. I started a series like, with my mom and little sister. Sometimes my dad played, and I called it Zakai's Adventures, where I was a like superpowered human that was friends with some talking animals, and they went on several adventures and fought crazy monsters and villains and stuff that my mom has been saying I should make a comic strip out of, but I'm not sure about that, or a book out of that. Still not sure about that. So that's the origin of the name, and the origin of Chomper or Chomps or Chomp. He was supposed to be a character of that. Jackson the Tiger. He was a character of that. But also, I have the characters like reversed. Like, so Jackson was originally a villain in my imaginary series, along with all the members of the Royal Pack. They were all villains. Claw was originally a different character, and Snare and Trap didn't even exist in that series. So, yeah. But Chomp is the only one that stayed a good guy or didn't change. Inferno didn't exist in this. Doom didn't exist in this. Travis didn't exist in this. So, yeah. Leah was supposed to be a character in my imaginary thing, but ended up getting rid of her. I still think I should have properly introduced the lion, Leo, and also that name, I know, a little bit boring. A bunch of lion characters get named Leo. And Leo, I'm pretty sure in Latin translation, literally means lion, so it's not very clever. But that was mainly because I was bored, or not bored, but I didn't have ideas for a name. I named the wolf Claw. And I named the other two wolves Snare and Trap, and I didn't get the French Bulldog a name until season 2 of The Journey. And I should not have taken me that long to finish The Journey. Like, it should not have taken me that long. 3 years to finish that series. Meanwhile, I finished season 1 in a couple of months for The War of the Animals, and realistically, it's going to bring me to about a month for the Royal Pack, which is pretty interesting. I could potentially do 2 more episodes after that, like just an additional 2, like going off after like the events of something. I'm not entirely sure. You could see like episode 10 be the last episode for the Royal Pack, or episode 12 be the last episode. All I know is that I'm going to take a short break, then do War of the Animals. And I'm going to end season 2 before April. That's my goal, to end it before April. Or actually end it before my little sister's birthday, since her birthday's at the end of March. So I'm going to try to end it by mid-March. I can end it before that. I just could hopefully not end it after that. And then I will take a break from the toy animal content, and then the Origin series will happen in the summertime. I don't know about the short films, though. Like, what else could I do? Because I did a short film about how French Bulldog and Doom became friends. because it seemed weird how they were enemies the first time they met, and then were friends the next time we saw them, and then died. Also, the short film Friends that takes place like right after the events of season 2, episode 1 of The Journey, all the way up until I think season 2, episode 7 of The Journey. So that's all that time that happened in between there. And obviously, the original series, I feel like I do want to include something about humans, considering I briefly mentioned pets in one episode of the Royal Pack. Also, there's literally been the French Bulldog in The Journey. Also, the prehistoric creatures being the dinosaurs and plus Travis. He's not a dinosaur, he's a pterosaur. I'm not going to really include any other prehistoric creatures. Like, I'm only going to probably include dinosaurs. If I do introduce any more prehistoric creatures, actually, no. I'm not going to say anything, but I might have another character planned that isn't a dinosaur or a pterosaur, but is from after the dinosaurs' time. So, a Cenozoic creature. Because I don't have any figures of animals from. Never mind. I do actually have a creature from before the dinosaurs existed, but it is this PNSO Dunkleosteus. And the first Dunkleosteus figure I had was actually a bootleg Schleich one that was red instead of the kind of beige color that the actual Schleich one had. Also, this guy has the coloration of a trout, I believe. I don't know what type of trout, but I know it's a trout coloration. He's basically my nicest, like, not fully articulated figure. I say not fully articulated figure because I have 5 Hammond collection figures. I have the Spino, the Giga, the Allosaurus, the Carnotaurus, and the Concavenator, which is my first Hammond collection figure. And I actually made a video. With the Spinosaurus that sits over there. So yeah. What else for content? I was in a big Squishmallow craze for 2022, like beginning of 2023, but it had like kind of faded away by the end of 2023. So I don't really collect Squishmallows anymore. Toy Animal series, I will probably ask for new characters either for my birthday or for Christmas. Probably both, like for this upcoming Christmas and probably my next birthday for characters for the Origin series and the final series of the trilogy of series for The Journey, The War of the Animals. I don't really have a set name for this third series or trilogy, but also the Origin series is mainly going to be focusing on characters. It's going to mainly be focusing on the French Bulldog and like the Wolf Pack and the War of the Animals and Claw and the Royal Pack. Basically, you're going to see the other character, or at least the 2 main characters for the Journey, being Jackson and Chomper, or Chomps. I'm going to probably just call him Chomper, because that's what I've been calling him since episode 2 or 3 of The Journey, season 1. You'll probably see their origin, and that's really about it, because I think I introduced Travis in the same episode I showed off, let's see, Inferno's backstory, so not really much to do with him. Like, yeah, he's a pterosaur that got robbed of his food once by Inferno when he was a baby. That's about it. Other than that, he was just a pterosaur in that area that didn't like Inferno after that point. Doom, though, he kind of just showed up to that territory. And also, Everett the alligator, her origin story, I showed off how her eggs were killed, but before that, I'm going to just say she lived in a lake that we have not seen. Like, lived at a lake there, like her entire life, and then decided to move more inland and found a mate at some point, and then laid the eggs since father alligators don't usually stick around. And then the wolves came and raided the nest and ate the eggs and killed the one hatchling that did hatch. So, yeah, that's her story. I can't really do anything else with her. Already seen Inferno's story. And funnily enough, of course, the main characters don't have an explained backstory for both the journey and the Royal Pack. I will figure out something for them, but I don't know what because I don't have a baby jaguar or a baby African wild dog. Also, I only have one clouded leopard figure, and that is Cloud's character. So if he looks the exact same in the Origin series, because like I said, I'm having the Royal Pack appear, it is because I was not able to find a young clouded leopard figure. Obviously, that's like a year from now, so obviously things will change, and some of the information I give you in this video could easily become outdated about the Origin series and what I do with anything after episode 8 of the Royal Pack. So anything after that with toy animal content could easily become outdated that I brought up in this live stream. Also, Roblox, Adopt Me at least. I'm going to try and avoid deleting any more Adopt Me videos because I realized 2022 I deleted a whole bunch of videos. And there were some videos I actually liked from that year that I no longer have. So remember, kids, don't delete a video unless you actually want to delete it. Because in the future, you're going to probably regret it, like I am. Also, I am perfecting stuff because I changed my intro because I think it was a remix of the song I Like to Move It, which it doesn't entirely sound like a remix. It just sounds like a version of that song that was just classified as a remix, even though it's like the exact same. So I'm glad I changed that. I changed the intro though to instead of 4 seconds, it's like 6 to 7 seconds of like part of a Fetty Wap song, and I actually included that part of that song in a video about the little squishy bear that somehow caused me to go viral of all things. Next YouTube short after that was a video about Pokemon coins, and that got 26,000 views. But that video is no longer available. And that was just where it stopped, basically. It had like 26,000 for like a year, and then I deleted it. But also, that Squishy Bear video is still getting views. It has 668,000 views. And my Gorilla Tag video has like 6 seconds long of me saying, "Oh, a unicorn," and then screaming in a hideous little gremlin voice. That has 6.8 thousand views. Last year when I posted it, it got to 6.5 thousand. So I guess older videos can get traction. I should know that, mainly because of Turtle Plays too, because one of his older videos that he posted blew up, then blew up again, and then later on blew up like 2 more times, and it's still getting traction. So, yeah, note to self. Older videos can still go viral, even if it's been a couple years since you posted them. Although that doesn't really happen with my videos. It's just those two videos I brought up got a bunch of views. Although I feel like after I finished the Royal Pack series, it could easily get more views because when I looked up the Royal Pack, I didn't find any toy animal videos a part of a series called the Royal Pack. Let alone I didn't really find any toy animal videos that had Royal Pack in them. I found like 2 Royal Pack videos, but they weren't a part of the series, and I think they were completely unrelated to each other. Also, the Royal Pack thing, it was not even toy animal stuff. It was like talking about honey packs and stuff. I think that's what I saw when you look up Royal Pack. I don't know. YouTube could deal with that, but yeah, that's about it for this live stream. I was gonna actually have this be a half an hour, but I dragged it out for another extra hour because I had a little bit more to say. Thank you to everyone that tuned in, and of course, probably from this point on, I won't really be deleting live streams. I will just probably be doing live streams a little less often than I was when I first started them. Because it's like, it's not really too much more I want to check out on my live streams. And I'm sorry, this was that was a bad stutter. I'm sorry if this was a little bit more of a boring live stream, but this was an actually important one, so I didn't want to distract like the audience from main attention with like gameplay or anything. Next live stream, whenever that is, I'll probably play again. I think my next Roblox video though might be a video of me playing as Smilodon in the new Ecos La Brea map. I think the game is still in early access though, so it's not like this update brought it out of early access and it was free to play. Also, I bought every game pass from that game. I probably shouldn't have done that, but you know what? That spotted horse skin that was revealed, or the leopard horse skin, if I have enough Robux, or if I get enough Robux before the game goes into like free to play, like fully released, I might try to get that. So I can say I have every game pass. The only other game I actually have every game pass in is Wings of Fire Early Access. And now that game is not in early access anymore. It's fully released. So it's pretty interesting. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure enjoy the live stream. Make sure to like, subscribe, share the live stream around, turn on notifications so you don't miss any other video. Have an amazing day or night wherever you are in the world. I say this because, well, since I got YouTube Studios, I can actually see that not everyone is from the same time zone as me. Some of you live on the other side of the globe. So, when I mean other side, I mean like in other countries outside of America. And don't delete videos immediately. Maybe wait a little while to delete them because they might go viral and you may not want to delete them. All right, goodbye.